Hello Newcastle fans. Something is happening behind the scenes at St James Park that could completely reshape our season and our future investment power. We're talking about a colossal €80 million that is dictating our next steps. I'm going to reveal the identity of the Brazilian sensation we're pursuing and the shocking internal decisions Eddie Howe has just made. But before that, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications for all right now. If you want to stay on top of all the major Newcastle news before it hits the mainstream press, you need to be part of this community. Done? Great. Let's get to the mystery. Injury issues and squad reshaping. Well, we all know the win over Leeds was thrilling, but it came at a very high cost. Seeing Fabian Schär leave the field with that serious ankle injury was a tough blow. With Dan Burns still sidelined, Eddie Howe is depleted in defense. It's a crisis that demands action, but there's a big catch. The dreaded PSR, Personal Society of Regulation, rules. After spending £200 million last year, Ross Wilson and the board are walking a tightrope. To bring in new players, Eddie Howe has given the green light for some departures. I can confirm that Ben Parkinson and Alfie Harrison are due to leave Tyneside this month as the club looks to balance the books. But even with these departures, there's one specific deal in South America that has hit a huge multi-million euro obstacle. The player we all dream of is Ryan, the 19-year-old prodigy from Vasco da Gama. He's been in great form in Brazil, scoring 20 goals this season, and Newcastle scouts have been keeping a close eye on him. However, here's the bombshell. Vasco made a brilliant move and renewed his contract with an impressive €80 million release clause. Because of the PSR restrictions I mentioned, Newcastle's interest has suddenly cooled. Ross Wilson would now be looking for hidden gems for a fraction of that price because, let's be honest, we simply can't trigger a £67 million clause now without breaking the rules. It's a big blow for those who were hoping for a big-name Brazilian signing this winter. In my honest opinion, having seen him play on TV, a player like Ryan, we can't risk a points deduction for a teenager. We need to be smart. With Schär leaving, the money should be invested first in a top-level defender. We need to prioritize the team's backbone before going after more talent. But I want to hear your opinion, Newcastle fans. Should we spend a fortune on Ryan, or is Ross Wilson right to look for a cheaper alternative to avoid problems with the Premier League's financial police? Leave your comments below. And listen, if you don't want to miss the next update on who we're hiring this month, make sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on.